Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Machine Builder, and today I'll be teaching you how to make your own custom armor for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So this is using add-ons, and then you'll be able to make any type of armor that you like. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, in your behavior pack, you're going to want your items folder. And then in here, I'm just going to make an armor folder, since I like to keep my armor separate from the other items, just because there are 4 items for each armor set, so it's neater just to have them in one folder. And then in your resource pack, you want textures, and then in your textures folder, you need a models folder, which is where you're actually going to put your armor textures. And then you also need, well, obviously in textures, you need items as well, and item texture.json. But then you also need your attachables folder, which we'll be using to actually render the armor on the player. Okay, so first things first, we're going to make our armor JSON. So I'm just going to make a new file, and I'll call it hat.json. And this is going to be an armor piece with a custom model, so that it looks like a hat on your head. Okay, so for this item, obviously we need our format version. It's just the same stuff I go over in every item video, because it's, I don't know, just seems easier to write it all out. So obviously we have our Minecraft item tag, which holds all the information contained about our item, like the identifier. So I'm going to call this Machine Builder category. It'll be an equipment. And then we need our actual item components. We don't need anything else. Minecraft max stack size should always be 1 stack size. For armor especially, it should be 1 obviously. And then we want this to be enchantable. So a value of 10, which is the same as diamond. And then slot armor underscore head. So the slot thing here, I don't think I explained it very well in the last video. It basically means what enchantments you can get on the item. So with an armor head slot, you can get like respiration, aqua affinity, stuff like that, and also normal protection, unbreaking stuff. But yeah, so that's what that slot thing does. Another thing we need is Minecraft durability. Max durability should be, I guess I'll do 400, 300. Damage, chance, min 100, max 100. I don't think we actually need damage chance then, but I want to make it so every time you get hit with the armor it does 1 damage. Okay, actually I decided I don't want the armor to take damage every hit. I'm going to copy what the diamond armor does. And I'm pretty sure this is what every armor does, but the minimum damage chance is 60%, I think. I'm not really sure how this works. It basically gives it a chance to not take damage when it's hit. So you'll notice if you're wearing armor in game, sometimes when you take damage, armor doesn't take any damage. So, right here. So yeah, that's just how you set that up. And then we want Minecraft armor. And then we have to set up some protection. This armor will give you 2 protection, which is just 1 of those armor bars. Since it's just a hat, obviously it wouldn't give you much protection, apart from that sun protection. Minecraft wearable, I think I spelled that right. Slot should be slot.armor.head. And then we need our resource pack components, which have been moved to the behavior pack. So Minecraft creative underscore category parent item group dot name helmet Minecraft item, and then we have to link the texture name that we're going to set up later. So just remember this, machine builder underscore hat is what I'm going to set mine to. You can set it to whatever you want. Minecraft render offset, the helmets, and then Minecraft display name. So this machine builder's hat. So there we are. So that should be all the setting up for the helmet piece, which I've just called a hat. Okay, so there we are. That should be all the setting up for the helmet piece, which I've actually just named as a hat. But now if we go over to the resource pack and cut here, So in here, we're going to need to create our attachables file. So cut here again. And so in our attachables folder, create a new file. I'm going to call it hat.json. Okay, so here is the file, the attachables file, and format version for an attachable. I'm going to set it to 1.8.0, just like this, and then Minecraft attachable. The description contains all the information about the attachable, so the identifier should be machine builder hat. This identifier should be the exact same name that you used here in the item, like that, and then materials default should be armor, and then enchanted should be armor enchanted. So default with texture will be textures /models/. I'm going to call this hat, which is where I'm going to save it later, and then the enchanted is going to be textures / miscellaneous / enchanted items link. And then geometry default will be geometry machine builder.hat, and we'll create this geometry file. And then we need scripts, parent setup, and we're going to set the variable.helmet layer visible 0.0, and then we need our render controller. Controller.render.armor, and that should be our entire attachable file setup. So now head over to minecraft.net/addons. So minecraft.net/addons. Just hit enter, and then you go to this page, and then you can scroll down and download the vanilla resource pack. And then inside this resource pack, you're going to go over to the models folder, and then copy mobs.json. And I just take that into your main folder, into your pack, and I'm just going to paste it here, just so I can have access to it. And then I'm going to open it with Blockbench. And then to make this headpiece for the hat that we're making, you're going to select the humanoid custom. So just double click that, and then I can delete the left arm piece, right arm, jacket, left leg, right leg, because all we really want is the headpiece. I can just delete the cape bone. And then under the head bone, you're going to create a new cube, and I'll just move this up a little bit, and I'll scale this out to be like a little hat. Okay, so here's what I made, a little model for the hat, and now I'm going to delete these two bones, the two cubes there, sorry, and then delete the hat bone, and then create new texture, take template, confirm, and then we have this texture, so now we can paint it all. Okay, so here is our model completed with our texture, and you can tell this is north. It doesn't really matter for this one, but if you're making like some directional hat, you want to keep an eye on where the north is. But now that we have this file, we can then go File, Export, Bedrock Entity, and then here we're going to save this into models / entity, and then in here I'm going to save this as armor, or just say this hat.json, and now it is saved. And then we can also save this texture, so save as, and I'm going to save this as textures models.png. Now that's all done, so we can close that, and then go to our models file, entity, and I'm going to move this into an armor folder actually, just because I can. There we go. And then we're going to open this up in our code editor, and change the geometry name to match this one here. So geometry.machinebuilder.hat is now what it's called, and that should be correct now. And if we head over here to our textures and items, we need an item texture for our hat, so I've called mine mb_hat, and then I've already set it up in here, so it's just machine builder hat, link the texture file here, and this name is the same one you defined in the item over here in the icon part, and then cut here. So that should be all the setup we need for this one piece of armor. And if we open the world, okay, so in game, you can see the hat does exist. You can grab it from the inventory under the helmet section, but putting it on doesn't do anything. And why? I saw a content log error, so we're going to check that. None of these are valid, so I probably messed up the format. So if I go back over here to our attachable file, description, yeah, here it is. This is the issue. These should all be under the description part of the attachable file. Right there, and now if I reload the world, so now back in the world, you can see we're wearing a hat. That content log was just part of the chair thing I made. So the hat renders on our head. It looks very high up on our head. That's quite funny. But yeah, so that means that piece worked. Okay, so before I move on to making the rest of the armor, I'm just going to test the durability for this item. So it should all work. So if I put this item on, now wearing it, you can see the armor in the bottom left corner above my hearts. And if I stand on the magma block, you can see it's taking damage. And the bar is indeed going down. So it appears to be working. I reckon if I teleport myself up, be at this a little bit. 100 obviously. We're going to take some damage from falling as well. I'm not sure if helmets take full damage. But yeah, you can tell the durability does work. So now let's get on to the rest of the armor. Okay, so back in the behavior pack, I'm going to go through the rest of the armor much faster than I did before. So chestplate.json, I'm just going to make this new file. And I'll open up the hat one. And I'll close these files because I don't need them. And then open up chestplate, and I'm just going to copy all this code over. And I'm going to rename this to machine builder chestplate. And then equipment is correct. Stack size should be 1. Slot name for enchantable should be armor also. Durability, I'm going to set this to like 600 or 550. Damage chance, that's correct. Protection, I'm going to set that to like 6. Slot.armor.chest is where you wear it. Chestplate, I'm going to rename this to machine builder chestplate. Offsets be chestplates. Machine builder chestplate. So that's the entire item component piece done. And now in this resource pack, in attachables, we're going to make a new file, call it chestplate.json. Obviously delete the txt part that's left. And I'll open up the old attachable and the new one. So this is the hat, so I'm just going to copy this, take that over, machine builder chestplate, and I'll link this. Okay, so textures is going to be textures / models, and I'll call this one armor or machine builder _1, and then leave the enchanted item glint. And then this one is going to be geometry.humanoid.armor.chestplate, and then that should be the whole setup done. Okay, so now we need this texture name here in textures / models. So I'm going to go over there. So textures / models, and then we need machine builder 1. So I'm just going to steal down the texture. Machine builder _1 and machine builder _2. And then this one we're going to open it with paint.net, and then I'm just going to adjust the hue and saturation just because it's quicker. That's good. Hue and saturation, it's also good. And save these. Okay, so now we're done with texturing. Definitely did not cheat with that one. Okay, so now we need our item textures. So textures / items, and then I'm just going to again steal these. Machine builder _boots. We don't need the helmet because we already have the hat. I'm just going to rename this to MB_boots actually. And then MB_leggings. I don't know why these are here. MB_chestplate. Chestplate. And then again we're going to open it with paint.net over here. There we are, so here we have our textures, so I'm just going to again adjust hue and saturation. Pinkish, lighter, darker. There we are. And same thing for these. Save them. And there we go, they're all saved. So now I can close that, and we have our textures done. And now I'm just going to set up the textures in the item texture. So machine builder _chestplate, MB_chest, plate, leggings, boots, leggings, and then we need boots as well. Leggings and boots, there we go. So that should be our whole texture setup. So items, chest plate, boots, leggings, and hat. The hat is not part of this set, but it's a piece of helmet, so I'll just use that instead. Okay, and since we have the rest of the textures all done, I might as well make the rest of the armor pieces. So leggings and boots, and I'll open up the leggings and boots. Okay, so for the leggings, I'm going to call this machine builder leggings. There we go. And slot.armor.legs, item group, name leggings, machine builder underscore leggings, and render offset should be leggings. Machine build leggings. I've said that word so many times already. Durability will be 500. Armor underscore legs, and protection I'll set that to 5. So this is what you need to set up custom leggings. Just make sure this slot is correct, the slot here is correct, item group is correct, and render offset is correct. And you can obviously set the rest to whatever you want. So now time for the boots, and then I'll set the durability to like 400. Protection will be like 3. Slot.armor.feet, because that's where you wear them. Item group name is boots. Render offset is boots. Machine build underscore boots. Machine build is boots. So that should all be correct for our boots setup now, apart from this slot actually. Feet. So that's how you set up your boots and leggings, so both of those should be correct. So now we need attachable files for our leggings and boots. So leggings and boots. Machine builder leggings for these ones. Armor 2 for leggings, because leggings use the second armor texture. And the geometry file should be geometry.humanoid.armor.leggings. And then this one should be leg layer visible, which actually brings up what I missed in the last part. The chest plate attachable file should not be helmet layer visible, should be chest layer visible. So that's a fix you need to make, and then the rest should be correct. And then we need our boots, so machine builder boots, and that uses texture 1, armor.boots, and this will be boot layer visible. So that should all be correct for our setup. All of our attachables should be done now. And if we load in game, we should have all the things here in game. So if we just swap over to creative mode, open up the inventory, you can see we have these 3 new pieces of armor, as well as a hat. So we don't need that pathetic chest plate anymore. So now we have all this cool armor, and as you can tell, something obviously is not working. Probably typed the name wrong. Well, I guess it looks quite funny, but I'll show you how to fix this anyway. And durability does work there, but I'll show you how to fix this issue. So if we check this texture, we're using machine builder underscore armor underscore 1, and in here you might have noticed in our models folder that is not what we call this. We call it machine builder underscore 1. So we have to add armor underscore 1 and armor underscore 2. So now that's the correct name because it links to this name, so that was just my mistake before. So if we load back into the world, the armor texture on our player should be correct. And as you can tell, it is correct. So now we have some very epic pink armor that we can wear, and it should all take damage correctly. So if I just stand on this, very cool, and you can tell the hat's taken a lot more damage because I've been using it more. And now we have all this set of pink stuff, I guess. A little bit weird, but hey, it's cool. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you found this useful and helpful for your add-on creating journey. And yeah, so please also share the video because that helps me out a lot and lets other people find these kinds of tutorials much easier because then YouTube recommends them. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.